It's awfully bumpy. We're on our way to the Burlington Humane Society. A couple of weeks ago, they sent Kale an email asking if she would be able to come out and talk to, there's a bunch of kids, or I guess in a club that learns about dogs. And this week, they asked Kale to come out and talk about being a dog trainer and,
to educate them on kids and dogs.
Yeah. So we're excited about doing this presentation, and we're just on our way there now.
Okay.
We're just going over the pregame setup, and Kale's writing down some of the dogs' tricks.
Again.
And there's a lot.
Well, we have so many that we need to spread them out so that it's not repetitive. And we're also having a hard time remembering all of the tricks our dogs know, which is, I guess, a good problem to have.
Yeah.
But
and with us, I don't think we've introduced her yet, but with us today, one of Kale's best friends and co-agility instructors.
The P to my pod.
Yes, Jamie Moreau, and who have you brought with you?
I'm the P.
Yes.
I'm the pod.
I brought my 8-year-old all-Canadian dog, Wink.
Cool.
And then my 3-year-old, they're 3 now, right? 3-year-old,
Yep,
border collie, Grid.
Perfect. Yeah, and then we'll be heading into the Humane Society just momentarily. Now, there's no way I got this right. This is the third time actually I've tried to record this, but Kale is very particular about how she sets up her crates and things, and I don't know if this is going to work. Hopefully it will. We'll see.
So, Kale, what do you think of the setup?
This is perfect.
I'm shocked. I must be getting way better at setting up the crates. I am really shocked.
I'm sorry to tell you, but literally,
Grin.
you can't get an easier crate to set up, my dear. You just pop it open and voila, it's done.
Just that good. That's what I'm hearing here. Here we are with Doug Shirton from the Burlington Humane Society, and just to give us a quick rundown of what we're going to be doing today, Doug, or who we're going to be speaking to, I guess.
Well, today at the Burlington Humane Society, we've started a kids club. So we have children between the ages of 8 and 12 years old, and they come once a week to the Humane Society, and we learn about different aspects of various animals. So they've learned about dog breeds, they've learned about wildlife and the difference between pets and wildlife.
Okay.
We have a dog groomer coming in to show us what dog grooming is all about. We're going to be talking about different cat breeds. And then we also meet the animals here at the shelter.
Okay.
So they get to meet the kittens and the puppies.
Oh, that's
and play
great.
with them, and that's a highlight for sure.
Yeah, that sounds like a great kids club. And you also mentioned just briefly before we went on camera about your podcast. So I'd like to share your podcast with our audience.
Yeah, it's so exciting. We've started a podcast. It's called Burlington Humane, and it's all about the Humane Society and pets in general. Some of the things that people need to know about pets in general. We're just going to be putting up our next episode up on the web. People can subscribe from our website or from iTunes. We're going to be talking about why you need to keep cats indoors and our adoption process here at the Humane Society.
Very cool.
So yeah, it's
Awesome.
Very exciting. We just started it.
Yeah, so check that out. It'll be Burlington Humane Society, and you check them out for their podcast.
Yeah.
Favorite tricks is to back up. Here, ready? Back. Actually, I forgot, I'm giving you the wrong. Come here. Let's go please. Listen. Yes, good boy. Have you guys ever seen a big truck back up and beep? That's why his command is that way. He also knows to wave. Sit. Good wait. Good boy. Can you wave? 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 Yes, wave. Wave? Yes, good boy. So this is her favorite trick. Put him up. Put him up. Yes. Put him up. Good girl. And she, of course, loves this one. Speak. Yes. Speak. Yes. Speak. Yes. Can you go left? Left. Left. Okay. You are really excited. She's waving. She's doing all of her tricks without me saying anything. Somebody's a little bit buzzed. Left. 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 Yes. Right. 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 Oh my. So this time what Jamie is going to do is she's going to have Bryn show some different variations of self-control where she's not allowed to go get the toy until Jamie tells her to. So look how intensely she's sitting and waiting right now. See how she ignores the toy? Then it doesn't mean that she doesn't love the toy. She loves the toy, but she's waiting for her mom to say, okay, get it. Good job. She does a trick called Spider-Man. Anybody want to guess what she does when I say Spider-Man?
She runs up and then jumps and lands.
Yeah, that would be way cooler than I'm about to show you. I probably shouldn't have asked you that question.
You should have trained them.
Okay, you guys can get up and look over here. Here,
You should
Funky.
have trained them to do this.
Here. Spider-Man. Spider-Man back. Spider-Man. Spider-Man.
Whoa.
Yes. Yes.
Spider-Man.
Good. Spider-Man. 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 Yeah, Spider-Man. Yeah. Okay. Who's your best bud? Yeah. Where's your best bud? Yes. Good boy. Where's your best bud? Where's your best bud? Yes. Good boy. Best bud. Good boy.
You're so tolerant, Funky.
Yeah. They should both get a cookie for that. Well, thank you for having us.
And wonderful people. So let's give these people a round of applause.
Ready, speak. The dogs say thank you too.
So we're gonna have a quick look at some of the center. They've offered to give us a quick little tour, so we'll take you along with us.
And so I like to think of our little dog kennel areas as little rooms.
Sure,
Little
yeah.
hotel rooms.
They're nice and big.
And then what you see here is we've actually got a little door. It's called the guillotine door, which is very nice. But they've got a large little outdoor run there. So when we're open to the public, they get that outdoor time as well.
Actually, when we were kids, we used to have a built-in dog room in our house, and they all had guillotine doors.
Yeah.
So we could open them and the dogs could go right outside.
So that's Gwen.
Hi.
This is
Oh, this
Colada.
one's got a fat head.
And Colada right there.
Colada.
Our team was obviously thinking summertime, partying with.
Yeah.
Then in kennel number 4, we've got
Wow. And it's the mum of these guys in here.
these
They're all
puppies.
snoozing
Are
away.
they sleeping? That's why it's quiet in here. So we've got the mum Muskoka, and then all her babies, and they were stray.
Oh, she's
Oh, wow.
So it's really special for us that we were able to get the mum too, because that means that we can get her spayed, and
Sure.
so she won't go on to produce
Yeah.
all these other stray puppies.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
they can get all the care that they.
Mm-hmm.
She looks
So for you guys, you try to find homes for them after they're surrendered to you, or you find them as a stray. So can you tell us just a little bit about that process, in case anybody's interested in adopting, for example, or something like that?
Oh, that's okay. Our doors do open like that.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
So what we do is, first of all, we make sure that if an animal comes into our shelter, that it doesn't belong to somebody.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
first what we do is we'd send it off to a vet clinic.
Okay.
And it'll stay there for about 3 days. So they can
Okay.
check over if it's been microchipped and there is a family. They try to reconnect it with the family.
Yeah.
Then once it comes into our care, it's with us.
Okay.
And what we do from there is we wait until it's had any surgery that needs to be done,
Sure.
dental work, spay, neutering is a
Very
must.
cool. Yeah.
And then if it's a puppy, it stays until it's 8 weeks old,
Okay.
and then they're up for adoption.
Oh wow.
So our puppies create quite a bit of demand.
Sure. Yeah.
These ones are going to be announced tomorrow,
Oh,
and
that's
they will
exciting.
be available Saturday. So we're
Wow.
expecting
How old are they?
8 weeks.
Yeah, I was gonna say those.
So they are cute little puppies, but they will be big dogs, is what we're
Yes.
anticipating.
Yeah.
And it's sort of fun to see them years later, because some of the siblings will look nothing like each other.
Yeah.
And when we take a look at mum, you sort of wonder,
Yeah.
how did they get to
Yes.
look
Yeah.
like that?
Yeah.
For sure.
Oh, very
But
cute. There's no
we're
nesting
a
away.
no-kill shelter, so these animals stay in our care until they find their forever home.
Oh wow.
So we've had dogs here that have been 8 months, which is a really long time in a shelter environment. But they'll get that 4 walks a day and all the food they need and the medication and love until
Oh, that's
that
great.
forever family comes around.
And where would people find you? Like if they were looking, if they fell in love with the dog that they saw on our video?
Right, so we are at 740 Griffith Court in Burlington, but best way to find us is burlingtonhumane.ca.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, that was fun.
That was fun.
Kids had a great time.
My favorite part was getting to scream when the trucks went by.
Yeah, the trains.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting that in the beginning of the talk, and then I thought, well, I need to make this fun so there isn't this long, awkward silence while the trucks go by.
I know. Well, that worked out pretty well, but I think the kids had a really fun time. time, and I know we had a fun time, showing off some of the dog tricks.
Yeah, I think it's always good to educate kids on how to interact with the dogs, because I know for me, we travel around lots of different places, and there's a lot of opportunity where our dogs need to be greeted by lots of people, crowds, kids. So we work towards, socializing our dogs for that. But if the kids have a better understanding on how to approach dogs and greet dogs, they're much more likely to stay safe. And thinking from the dog side of things as well, the dogs will be much more likely not to get intimidated by kids either.
Yeah, and kids often have a false sense of security if they've got a dog at home. So sometimes, kids get really comfortable with their dog.
Yeah, kid-savvy kids can be the worst sometimes.
Dog-savvy kids.
Yeah, dog-savvy
sure.
kids.
And they just sort of expect a dog, or a random stray dog, or a stranger's dog, to be as comfortable with kids as their dog is. So it's good to sort of educate kids about those facts.
Yeah.
But that was a great time. So we're all headed to grab a bite to eat and get the dogs a special treat for being such good show boners.
He really just means we're getting him a special treat.
Yeah. Well, I also get a special treat, which is my favorite treat. You'll see what it is in a moment. So that was a pretty fun day. We are getting the dogs a treat, mostly because I really wanted to get a treat, and I love ice cream, and so does Jamie. She didn't want the ice cream at all, but I insisted we have some. And Funky Monkey is having a little bit of ice cream.
What flavor should I
She's
have?
getting fed ice cream with a spoon.
Yes.
That's how we roll.
Yeah, she's a pretty high class ice cream eating dog. I think we'll end on that note with Grand Slam getting this ice cream, which looks hilarious. We want to make sure we thank Doug from the Burlington Humane Society. That was a lot of fun tonight, and want to wish you guys happy training. If this is your first time with us, make sure you hit that subscribe button and check out another vlog episode. We have lots of fun creating. We hope you have lots of fun watching them. On that note, I'm Ken.
I'm Kale.
Happy training. Bye for now.